What's up guys, Chismancy here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to take a look at some potential SBCs coming up for St. Patrick's Day, and the actual official promo for that starts tomorrow, March 16th until March 20th. So EA put a tweet out, put on a screen as well, and says get ready for the green team tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day, foot 17. Now it's a 4-day promotion. Usually they start on a Friday, but this one apparently starts a day earlier, potentially because St. Patrick's Day itself is on Friday. And what we're doing today is looking at some potential cards we could get, as well as some other SBCs along the way, hopefully, throughout this promotion, guys. So before we get started, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, class subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Out of all these SBCs, what one do you think is the most likely to happen? And finally, if you missed my previous video, it's down below in the description box. I also want to point out, as it says at the very bottom, this video is potential or speculation. None of it is confirmed as of yet. I imagine a few of these things here and there could well happen, like the card design, of course, that's pretty much been leaked anyway, as well as the kit. And just before we get into the kit and the card design, I really want to show you something that's going around Twitter last night on Tuesday, and that was I think it was a leaked email kind of thing, or an email a lot of people did receive from EA. It says St. Patrick's Day in foot 17, celebrate St. Patrick's Day with the release of the green team, get these unique player items to help complete the Pot of Gold group, SBC. Again, that will be on the screen. Make of it what you will, because right now it's just pure speculation, but I think the SBC, the Pot of Gold one, it does make sense why that'd be a group SBC and an understandable name as well. But again, we'll move on to that in just a moment. So first up, the first thing I'll show you really is the card design. A lot of you, probably most of you, have already seen this. It's definitely an official card design because this card right here has been in the database since the very start of the game. As soon as it launched, it was in the game files. I have no idea how to get it personally, but a lot of people found it, and of course on websites and such. And it only really makes sense for it to be St. Patrick's Day. To be fair, it's a really nice looking card. Of course though, the players we usually get, they don't tend to have like rating upgrades or anything, unfortunately, but we'll show you those players right now. So the team I've gone with is a 4-3-3. It might be the formation I always play, but it's basically to fit in every single player. I was going through a website I use for information for football, and I think all 23 of these players, the players that have played the most for Ireland in the last, like, say, 6 months or so. I could be missing some players here and there, so I do apologise about that. And also on top of it, remember, the stats that don't tend to be boosted, it's just a different type of card. So I'll go through the players right now. In goal, we've got Darren Randolph from West Ham United, followed by Seamus Coleman. I think it's actually on the email we saw going around yesterday. So Coleman, 82 rated right back. Then we have got Shane Duffy, followed by Kieran Clark, Robbie Brady, which I think would be a position change. If I'm correct, I could well be wrong. He does take turns at playing left back for Ireland, but his base card is a left midfielder. Then we go on to Glenn Whelan of Stoke City. Apparently, there we go, his face is finally loaded, and he's rocking that 44 pace. Then we go on to James McCarthy, one of the more popular ones we see in regards to Irish cards over the last couple of years. Then we go on to Jeff Hendrick from Burnley, and again, where's his face gone? There we go, 72 rated for him. Then we go on to Jonathan Walters. I think his base card's a striker, 75 rated, but I believe for Ireland, I could well be wrong again though, I think he plays out wide or has played out wide for some World Cup qualification games. Then we go on to Shane Long, the striker. Last couple of years when they've had tournaments, he's been the one that really tears it up. And because the tournament mode has been removed from FIFA 17, I thought there'd be like a daily knockout maybe, which does require Irish players, but apparently not their schedule at least. And the final one in the starting 11 is James McLean from West Bromwich Albion. The ones on the bench and the reserves, we have got Kieran Westwood from Sheffield Wednesday, and he does actually have an inform card right now as well, although it was a few weeks ago. Then we go on to Mark Wilson from Bournemouth, followed by Stephen Ward from Burnley. We've got Darren Gibson, who transferred to Sunderland from Everton in the January transfer window. Then we go on to a guy that actually does YouTube himself and also Twitch, David Myler. It's really cool what he's doing. He's raising money for charity, playing FIFA, actually really good at it as well. I think he gets elite most weeks. And that's some serious dedication right there, playing football in real life as well as playing Foot Champions. I love that idea. And also again, makes YouTube videos. Then we go on to Harry Arter from Bournemouth, followed by Aidan McGeady, a 5-star skiller still. I think he plays for Preston North End. Yeah, there we go. He does also have an inform card, that 75 rate one right there. To be fair, looks pretty damn awful now compared to what he used to be. And then we go on to Wes Houlihan. A player seems to get a special card whenever it is St. Patrick's Day. Last year, John O'Shea, a downgrade to 74, still at Sunderland. Richard Keogh, who plays for Derby, 66 pace on him. Cyrus Christie, I think he's like 6'2" possibly. And that's a decent card. Well, I say decent, but for a 70 rated player, his stats aren't too bad. Then we go on to Robbie Keane, Irish legend right there, and he does actually feature again later on in the video. So those players are just my selection, they're not confirmed, but now let's move on to potential kit, SBC. This is the same situation as the card design, because right now, I believe like every single time at the holiday, for example, Footmas, Ultimate Scream, and also Movember, we've had some kind of like special kit to represent that. And this St. Patrick's Day kit on the left hand side has been on the game on the database since the very start, just like the card design itself, and it's quite a nice one. If it has got white shorts and green socks, I may even use it. It's pretty much the top of the card design, the green bit with the clover leaves and stuff, all scattered about the kit, and it looks pretty damn tidy in my opinion. So it's a kit there, I'm like 99% sure it will happen. Otherwise, there'd be no point in being on the database. And if I remember correctly, for the Movember kit, there was actually a very simple one. Basically, some positions were locked in the formation, but where the cards went in, it kind of represented the Movember theme. I think they'll probably do that again for the St. Patrick's Day one. I'm not sure what formation it would be, like a clover leaf maybe, but for like bronze Irish players, very cheap and very simple, and still a cool idea. And just to point out, I haven't already got the kit. That right there is in fact an edit I done on Photoshop. Then we got to the next one, and that is Robbie Keane. The actual possibility, I'd probably say very unlikely. And my reason for that is because right now, he does not play for LA Galaxy anymore. He's currently a free agent without a club. And I think that's very hard now for EA to release any kind of special card for him. I'm not 100% sure whether EA can release a LA Galaxy card of him now, for the simple fact he doesn't play for him anymore. They could well do that. I'm not ruling it out whatsoever. But I think because he doesn't have a club, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to have that type of one. But either way, an 85 rated Keane, I would quite happily take that. And if you go back to the Ultimate Scream, the Halloween like campaign they've done, we had like Dimitri Payet position change, as well as all the other ones. You had Douglas Costa and Mario Gaspar. If we don't get Robbie Keane, I could well see us getting a potential like David Myler card, for the simple fact he now does YouTube and also streams FIFA. And from one Irish legend to another, we go on to Rory Keane this time. Now, again, I'm going to say this is very, very unlikely, but you've probably seen that card design before. I've done the likes of Gianfranco Zola and such, but it looks like a legend card in the mix with an SBC one as well. I have no idea when they'll actually get to use this card. It may not ever appear on FIFA Ultimate Team, but again, it is in the database, so technically it's there ready to be used, but no idea when. It may not be this week, but potentially next week for the Foot birthday. And right now, Rory Keane is the only Irish legend on the game, I believe. And do I think this is likely to happen? I'd probably say no, or very unlikely, because it'd be quite strange for on St. Patrick's Day especially, for EA to drop something that is a console exclusive just to Xbox. I mean, they could well do it as an exclusive for Xbox, like the Foot birthday or something, because they are official partners with them and can't reward people on that console. But I think the easiest way to do it maybe, remember last year the Iron Man of the matches, we got the throwback cards of Kaká, Gerard Torres, I think it was, Totti, so many of those. It'd kind of see that SBC card design very well. And we have got the potential of a returning SBC, and that is a Team Week guarantee plus Team Week tradable, like we've had a lot so far this year. Well, so far in the FIFA calendar year, by the way, not 2017, because I don't think as of yet, apart from Team of the Year, we've even seen it. But what we do know about the Team Week tradable and untradeable is a stage for when lots of packs are open to kind of even out the mark of 83 or 84 rated players. And right now, I think it's kind of a low chance, because I think, again, they may save it for Foot birthday next week, as long as that happens. And the requirements for that so far, I believe for the untradeable one, has just been an 84 rated team, and for a tradable Team of the Week pack, is an 84 rating plus 2 informs. And now we're going to the final one. That is going to be the Pot of Gold SBC, which I showed you before in the email from EA Sports. Now, again, I'm not sure if that email is 100% legit, but it kind of looked it. And it did mention a SBC group called Pot of Gold. Now, at the bottom bit, like this actual image, it's just my theory. This is not confirmed at all, so I would be very careful if you do invest in it. I do keep referencing it, but if you go back to the Ultimate Screens, we've got those special card designs with a whole like Halloween theme and stuff. A lot of players did receive a boost just for that weekend, but we had to use some of those players in the SBC to get the likes of Dimitri Payet, so all those cards did have some kind of value. I think they cost like 30k plus each. I think it could either be a player like that Robbie Keane or Rory Keane linked before, or potentially this route here, a random coin pack. And I think we have seen this kind of thing already as like a flash SBC throughout Footmas. As well, we see it a hell of a lot on FIFA Mobile. So say there are 4 teams, for example, you may have to submit 1 green card or up to 4 or whatever. No idea how much you could potentially get out of it, but when you trade that in, you get a coin pack. Say you get 10,000 coins up to 1 million or something. Again though, that is just my theory for now. It could well be that or a player. I'm somewhat hoping for a player more, because at this stage of FIFA, a lot of people have got a lot of coins because of Foot Champions. But I could also see it being a random coin pack, because the whole saying like luck of the Irish, that kind of ties in with it. So the Pot of Gold SBC group, I'm not 100% sure that will happen, but what I'm showing right now, the whole coin pack, trading in green cards. That is just pure speculation and we'll find out tomorrow. So there we have it, all the potential routes in my opinion we could be seeing as potential SBCs for St. Patrick's Day. Some cool ones in there alongside the kit as well as a special green cards. So as always, if you enjoyed this video or found it all helpful, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Out of all these SBCs, what one would you want to happen the most? Is it Rory Keane, Robbie Keane, pot of gold? Let me know down below. And finally, if you missed my previous video, it will be down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.